Okay, guys, I want to do color grading from scratch right now. So I want to do it from the beginning. So I'm recording my action now. I'm recording my action right away. So I want to record it in case the color is going to be okay for me to revisit again. Now, this color grading, I'm going to start from the scratch. The reason why I'm starting from the scratch is because a lot of people will ask me, how did you get this picture? How did you get this color? And all that. There's color grading is a lot of things put together. Sweetheart, Vico, reduce the level of your pa. Okay, sorry guys. So now, there are a lot of things to consider when you are doing a color grading. And those things to consider, you have to check which color is dominant in this picture. If you look at this picture, you will see that she has a yellow gele. That is a yellow gele. It's in her clothes, as you can see here. Now, when you go to here, you see the green. Sorry, that selection I made just entered into my distance, so I have to cancel it. You see that this thing is a little bit green. I don't know what they call this one, sea green or something. That's what this is, should be sea green. Then her skin color. So all these things are the colors you have to put in consideration before you do any color grading on this picture. Now, the next thing you may be considering is maybe making this picture not to look just, ordinary the way it is looking now. So to do that, the first thing to do is you go to your color lookup, check your color lookup here. If you go to your color lookup, you want to select the first color that will match with her skin and the clothes, that will not remove the original color of her, her hair tie and her clothes or her skin. So that's what you will be looking at. So if you go to your load 3D loot, all these things are just the default Photoshop loot. These are default Photoshop lots. All these things are normal Photoshop lot. Is usually in most Photoshop that everybody is using. So I'll check this. I'll look at this, look at the color that's in her skin. I'll look at it first, and if I zoom it and look at how it affects the picture, I will decide whether I'm going to make another adjustment or not. But for this, I'm going to reduce the opacity of this. I think I'm okay with it because it didn't affect. It didn't affect this. It didn't affect these pictures much. It didn't affect this green much, and it didn't affect the gele much. So when I do that, I will reduce the opacity. So it won't be too much. Okay, now I'm going to save this. Okay, let me reduce it a little further. I'll look at it. Okay, I'll collapse it because I want to be working on another color. So I'll collapse it by pressing Ctrl E. That's collapse, merging the layer with the original layer. Then the next thing I'll do, I'll take this color now, check if there's another color that could make this thing to be more balanced. I'll go over to my selective color. Then if you turn on this red makes the skin red and everything red, so I'm not going to use that. So I'm going to go to, let's say, neutral. So I'll take this neutral, adjust this backward. Some of you look at it, this is selected color. I'm using the neutral, so you can see by turning the cyan down, I'm turning the cyan down, like -7. All these things, I'll turn this one. No, this, I'm not going to touch this. I'm not going to touch this. So one thing about color grading, as you're doing it, you'll be seeing how it's affecting your image. If I turn it up, it's going to be having a lot of yellow, so I'm going to keep it okay at 0. Okay, now I'll collapse it, then I'll collapse it, then I'll go over to another selected color, then I'll turn it to the black. Okay, I'll turn the black. Then if I adjust this, you can see how it's affecting the picture. When you adjust the black, depending on the colors that are available in your picture. For example, if I turn it this way, this is what it gives me. You can see the effect. So if this is what I want, if I look at the green, is now affecting the green, is now affecting the skin. that much, then I'll say, okay, this is if I want to turn it forward. So you decide which way you want to turn yours. This is the way you go about having cinematic color grading. That's how I work on my colors. Then I'll go back, adjust this a little. If it's not okay, if it's okay, I'm going to leave it at 0. I'll check the yellow. I might leave it at 1. It's good for him now. Then I'll look at this again. Okay, I think I prefer this to be like this. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, now this is where we are. Now you can see the picture how it is now. So this is what I have from my color grading. This is how I do all my color grading. So you can, do your color grading simple using your selected color and just one other what is it called? One other lot. Just use one lot and then you get this. All right, I'm going to stop my recording. So this thing now will now become a lot because I named it simple indoor color lot. Now it's now saved in my action. So I can now use this particular color for any other picture. I'll click on this picture now. Let's say, okay, this picture, you see I have the same color I used before for this. So I'll just click on this and then play it. I'm going to play it. So you see the color between this one. Though I've not retouched this particular picture now, but I'm now playing the color presets I just saved now, and then you have the same effect on the same picture. All right, this is how I create my colors. All right, thank you. So let's go back to our other picture. Where is it?